Why the hell do I keep forgetting to turn my speech off? Probably because I don't make videos very often with the camera anymore. Well, anyway, hello everyone, this is Nudge. Come on, turn the freaking speech off already. Thank you. God. Anyway, this video is a pretty special one. And, it's a request by Daniel, or Robert Ingraham, from TMI. And I know I'm a member of TMI, so I can post on TMI, but he said he wants the video to be posted on my channel, specifically because it's like a going back down memory lane, basically, because, I'm not sure if anyone who, right now watches my videos knows about this, but 3 years ago, yes, 3 whole years ago, I put up a video about December 6th, and the fact that Santa Claus is coming on December 6th in Hungary and stuff, and I played Bop It Beats on it. Well, I decided to make this video because, Daniel wanted me to, talk about some games and stuff that I either want to be getting, or just games in general that I feel like are cool, or stuff that I just want to know about games, and I feel like that's a really good idea, because, you know, it's December 7th now, and I have enough free time to do this, so might as well do so. And in the meantime, I am going to play my Bop It Beats, because, you know, the Bop It Beats was the game I played last time, and so it's going to be the game I'll play now. Nothing's changed, I don't think, so it's not that much of a difference, but might as well do so. And before I do that, I'm going to take a look at my high scores and see what I got. Bop It Beats in the house. Classic. Bop It start. Say high score. Classic.
262.
DJ 143. Yeah, I remember getting 143 a few weeks back. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna put the camera over here, and I'm gonna do this. So, the first thing I want to talk about, a little bit of news, and this may be a part of TMI again, it's just because I'm putting this up on my channel. You know what? I'm not gonna reference anything that's not like kind of game related in this video, I don't think. So, there's no reason for you to be in here if you just want to hear what I've been up to, because really there's been a lot of things going on, as you may already know. If anyone's been going through audio games and stuff, so yeah, there's a lot of things, and I just don't feel like covering any of them in a video. There's, I don't know, I feel like I'm only going to cover stuff that I really want to do, and I don't feel like there's anything I want to do right now, so after this, it's probably going to be like a month, if not more, unless I get something for Christmas that I'm not expecting. But besides that, there really is nothing that I'm going to make after this video. Anyway, let's get started. So, the electronic game news side, my dad talked to me while we were going to this. Well, we were not going to school today. I did have 5th and 6th period, but besides that, I went somewhere to get my graduation assignment thing. Oh, that was lucky. I forgot. Oh wait, I was gonna do that anyway. Anyway, yay. So he talked about the fact that he looked for stuff, but the only thing he could say that he can do right now, the only thing that he is able to buy me is a Simon Air! And I was like, great, cool. So, yep, that's probably the game that I'm going to be getting for this Christmas, and I'm really happy with that, because a Simon Air is great. It's an awesome game. I mean, yes, like, I'm going to have to get used to all the different patterns and doubles and swipes and stuff, But who cares? I'm gonna do it anyway. Yay. I like saying that too. The fact that I'll have one, you know, is cool in its own, because I'm gonna have another Simon. And since the Simon Swiper is such a big success, I don't think the air is gonna be any different. And, well, as I already said, there's a lot of questions to be answered about the air, as well as a bunch of other games, like Wild Planet and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to start with. As far as I know, the air looks like a Groove It, so it's going to be basically the same as the Groove It, and you just lay it down somewhere, or you hold it by the bottom, and you have blue inside the sensor, red on the left, yellow on the right, wait, the other way around, sorry, and green on the top. And you do those to do all the different things. And I still don't exactly remember all the patterns and stuff that the air does, because I haven't been up to a really high level on it. I do know that the multiplayer game mode incorporates the quadruple colors, of course. Thank you, playing Simon Air video on TMI. And then there's the classic mode, which doesn't speed up as far as I know. At least after the number 10, it doesn't speed up at all, so yeah, that's a little slow. And of course you can hold every sensor for as long as you want, because it's got loops. Loops. Oh, I didn't even remember anything. I was like, I didn't even know what I was doing. I just did. Okay, cool. We're about to get up and down this floor. Okay. Next thing. So I've been thinking of the air and the optics as the two Simon games, or just the games in general that I may be wanting this year. And so that's accomplished. I feel like I know a lot about the, well, okay, no. I know as much about the optics as I know as much about the air. I know that it's got the single-player levels mode, and it's got the sync mode where it connects to infrared, up to like 50 other games. Oh god, that's not gonna go well, is it? We got 250. I don't care though. Oh, come on, sometimes I get it in high school. Yeah. Get a feeling that yeah. Tell me alarm. Anyway, yay. Next thing. What was I going to talk about? There's a lot of things. Yeah, so the things on the optics, there's a bunch of different moves. I know the colors layout, kind of, because they're in a straight line. And I always think of them as a clockwise thing. Oh god, yep, that was a frigate. Well, I always think of it as a clockwise thing starting from red, because it's red, blue, yellow, green. And so, it's pretty easy to visualize. And, besides that, some of the patterns are pretty easy. Doubles are kind of weird. What the heck? And then I need to get into all the obscure games and stuff that I may be wanting at some point in my life. Besides the Simon Air, there's a bunch of stuff that I may be wanting. For anyone who's wondering, I don't feel like the Bucket Maker is a good idea. Now that I know how the refresh works, I don't think I need to know how the Maker works, because it's just, why? So, yeah, I don't feel like that's going to be an option for a while. Unless a 2018 Bucket's going to be good, I don't feel like I'm going to be collecting anything new from now on, besides the optics, I guess. And maybe I don't know, actually. There's a few games that I've always been wanting, like the loops. But really, a loops is really cool. It's got a bunch of cool stuff. The loop shifter. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the loop shifter is portable, more portable than the loops is. And of course the M3, but I don't get keychains because that's just stupid. And let's see. All the brain games. The brain games are great. I love them. All three of them. Okay, so that's a 250 or a 249, something along those lines. Coming in. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get any old style buckets or Simons, because I don't think we're thinking about doing that since I have a Groove It and a New Jam, which is really cool. I don't think that's gonna be a thing. Score 249. Okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna play some Refresh, because guess what? I know now how to do all the moves correctly and efficiently in a certain way so that I can get 100 almost every time. But I'm not gonna, I don't know, I don't feel like that's gonna work now that I'm recording, is it? So I'm just gonna do this. 179 is my high score. I got it a few weeks ago when my Refresh reset on me and I knew how to do the test mode, so yep. What else? Besides brain games, let's see. Well, of course, there's all the old Buckets and Simons, as I already said. There's Wild Planet. Oh wait, I forgot. There's the Torx. The Torx is a really cool game, in my opinion. But I heard my dad saying that he doesn't want me to... Come on. He doesn't want me to get one of those because he thinks the arms are going to break too easily. Which may happen because, I mean, you know, not a lot of these are... a lot of these games are a little fragile. By the way, I hope my Simonaire is not going to be broken after a few months like Trent's was. Because his speaker got screwed up in some way, and so he had to get a replacement. So maybe my Simonaire may be a little short-lived, if I do get it. That is. Then there's... What else is there? Wild Planet, of course. But I don't think Wild Planet games are part of the repertoire at all, because they require external, like, things, like the targets and all the balls and stuff, so, my dad thinks that's not a good idea, so he's not going to give me any of those. But that's fine, because Wild Planet things are rare anyway, yay, and so it's not that big of a deal. I really do wonder, though, if there's any chance that the patterns, like, to decode any patterns that any of the games have in all the different levels, like the Hyper Dash, the Hyper Dash Extreme, the Hyper Jump, and the Hyper Blast probably have their own moves and numbers and stuff, so shouldn't be that hard to check what moves are in what levels. Hello? And then, I think the answer, it's the hardest move that I am doing. I just don't feel like it works well. Any games that one thing I do need to stress is, since Bop It Freak, okay, you know what, no, Freak Bop It Freak, I'm not going to say anything but that, and maybe just saying the name itself was a little too much. I'm not going to get into that, but let me just say the fact that I will definitely not be caring about foreign language games versus English ones. I just care about getting a game itself. And I told that to my dad because he's the one responsible for getting me all the games, and when he told me about getting the refresh, he said that he had to wait for the English one to come up, because before then, when the refresh came out, he could only get it in German and stuff, and I was like, I could have been a little more famous by getting one of those instead of the normal English ones. So, yeah, I'm not exactly caring about getting an English one or not. I just care about getting the game itself, especially considering, oh yeah, that's another thing. I'm not planning on getting another Bop It Beats just because of the sole purpose of that long-standing bug in the firmware. Yep, that was my fault. I don't know what the hell I did. I'm gonna play some classic instead, because I think that's a better idea. Let's see, anything I want to ask? Oh yeah, I've been meaning to go over some of these. I know this is not exactly just questions, but it's a bunch of philosophies and stuff that I've been having about games. I always do this because I just feel like it's fun to do. A lot of games, especially old ones, have a lot of random quirks and glitches to them that I could honestly go on and on about if I would know more about them. Certain ones I do know some things about, but some of them are like endless and impossible to dissect, and I don't know, I feel like I need to have the game itself in order to take a look at what the hell's going on. Of course, we have, I'm gonna go in order here. The Extreme 2, let's see, any glitches for the Extreme 2? The fact that if you have it on low batteries and you bop it a little bit resets, but that's not a glitch. And one thing that I found weird was the fact that if you got 250 on Pass It, you could keep going forever. So it was an endless game. Frig you, Bop It, you frig. Oh, what? Oh, didn't mean to do that. What else? Of course, there's all the brain shift glitches. Don't even get me started talking about those. There's the Bop It Extreme and original jump scares, which have glitches of their own, which randomly play sounds and stuff. So that's a thing. And oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I'm not planning on collecting any keychains yet either. Oh, what? Come on, Bop It. What the hell? Yeah, I'm not planning on getting any keychains until, like, I have a bunch of games. Like, if I ever decide that I'm gonna try and get as many games as I possibly can, which is probably not gonna be a thing because I don't have enough money to pay for stuff. But, you know, just maybe. More glitches. Let's see, what else is there? There's the Bop It, I was gonna say the Bop It download, because that has a few weird things on low batteries. But I'm meant to say the New Jam, of course. The New Jam has a lot of weird things it can do. I don't think there's any way to describe any of this unless you own the game itself, or you literally spend a bunch of time just categorizing all these glitches into some form of database or something, because I feel like some of them fall into a certain category, like the brain shift makes up numbers and raw data on its own, or just does random things. The thing that most of these things do when it does random things is just, it's all random, except the nature of random is not specified either. Like, it could just be static, it could be a certain set of sounds, It could be a lot of different things. And, especially from the brain shift, because the brain shift can even change the tempo of the music, and it will screw up the programming. I feel like changing low batteries really is like a corruption. Corruptions are, oh, what the hell was that? Did you hear that beat glitch? Yep, that's another thing that I'm going to get into after a while. Stuff that I know. The shout, okay, I'm going to play the shout for a second, because I'm going to literally kill my hands with the Bop It Shout right now. Because I need to see if this is actually a true, and is it possible, because I've literally bopped this thing 1,000,000 times, and I've never seen this happen before. I've bopped it really hard, and nothing happened. But apparently, with certain Bop It Shout units, you can literally bop it too hard, and it will get quiet as all hell. And I just don't see how that's possible. I've never seen an example of that actually happening. So, I'm going to see what happens if I do this. Yep, that's a really loud Bop It sound. What else? There's of course all the pro glitches in Bop It XT, which deserve a lot of attention. I mean, the pro level is a really cool level. I think it could be, implemented. If it's implemented more in any other Bop It game, I'd appreciate it. It was a really cool part of its own. Let's see. There's also the Bop It Beats has a few random glitches. Of course, it starts crackling and turning the game off if you don't too much in DJ. If anyone's watched the latest Bop It Beats video on TMI, I've talked about the fact that also on my channel, back when I got the Bop It Beats with the house. Oh god, that was pretty bad. Back when I got it, I talked about this thing where the beat got really screwed up and weird, and I don't know how the hell that happened. And of course, there's the programming error, which really was just a programming error. But what wasn't was the fact that when you get a 6 command with a flip it at the end, and you do it off the beat, it waits and maybe says pass it if you're lucky, and then fails. That is weird. If you want to know more about any of this in detail, or if you just want a question, or if you want a question answered, do feel free to ask, as you already know. Let's see. There's also the Simon Swipe. Now, the Simon Swipe's weird because there's even a few glitches in there, believe it or not. There's one in particular where, especially when you turn the unit on, if you hold the multiple things at once, you can literally get it so that it starts a game and makes you fail because you pressed the wrong color without even selecting the game itself. So literally you could hear the fail sound along with a bunch of other sounds at the same time just by touching a bunch of stuff at once, which is usually not what happens because I don't get how that works. And then I've had it randomly make a really weird noise, which I didn't get to record at one point. I don't know how that happened at all. Like, literally. And then there's the fact that if you start a game and you get a color, and then you get out of that game, and then press the levels button, it will make the level thing taps go faster than usual. Probably has to do with the fact that every swipe has like a speed that it illuminates all the different colored lights. think that's what it does over there as well, because every time it makes a level tap noise, it illuminates one of the colors, and they just keep being lit until the game turns off. Yeah, my hand has gone really, it hurts. Hurts a little bit from doing that, so, I'm gonna play some Groove. Oh god. I'm gonna play some Groove instead and see what I can do with that. If I can find the groove, that is, because I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is.
Groove expert, you ready to groove?
Yeah. On the new jam, we already talked about a bunch of the glitches. On the Groove It, though, what is there on the Groove It? The only thing I can think of being the sensor glitch. The fact that the bottom sensor sometimes just stops working or doesn't work at all when you start the game, and you have to restart the game for it to work. So that's a thing. Can you do it with the lights out? Let me see you do that. And of course, the refresh, the only thing I can think of off the top of my head, is the beat glitch. The fact that certain random beats, after getting a score of 90 or so on Classic, get screwed up at some point and just stop. What the hell was that? Yeah, and they just stop playing, so yeah, that's a thing. I'm pretty sure there's gotta be a certain glitch or other in all the new games, like the Simon Error optics. There's, what the hell am I doing? I need to pay attention.
See you do that.
So, yeah, I sometimes just look for glitches and cool stuff in games, as well as playing them. And I feel like getting them to do this stuff, as well as the low battery stuff, is a really cool idea. And the fact that it even does this stuff is cool in itself. Of course, with conventional video games and stuff, it's pretty easy to corrupt them if you have a digital ROM file. But for stuff like this, which just uses energy and stuff and converts it into power and then lets that work all the different things in the game itself, including the processor and the stuff that just cares about giving information to the player. Well, we've already talked about a lot of this stuff. I've covered some of this stuff in a certain stream of Riley Hughes, which I've been featured in as the new leader of TMI. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. I am now the official leader of TMI, so yeah, for anyone who doesn't know that yet. And it's really nice of you to watch this video the whole way through, because I really do appreciate it. If anyone does, then congratulations. Because I just feel like my channel is getting out of hand, and I know it is, and I know there's no way to get it to not get out of hand. I mean, there's nothing I can do, but as a few people may already know, I'm making some of these videos on my channel for them to stay on forever and just be a little bit of information to people. The fact that you can do this or do that as a blind person, and I know that it's common sense, but it's just fun to make. It's always been fun to make, even though when I was 11, I didn't have the kind of maturity that I do now, and thus am now the leader of TMI. And I do have a little bit of confidence in myself, even though I've barely done anything. And I really have to thank Daniel for giving me all the different parts of information that we had to deal with in the past few days. And yeah, Daniel, if you're watching this the whole way through, really, I just can't thank you enough. I mean, yeah, I must have already been able to know, because I would look at Skype anyway, yay, but just the fact that you gave me attention to this, and I really hope that Riley and all the other people in the community don't get really offended by any of this stuff that happened. Anything else that I want to go over? Of course, December 6th itself passed pretty easily. Didn't have any problems at all. We got a bunch of stuff that's completely normal. Nothing like my 256 gig transcend USB 3 SSD hard drive, which I got last year for December 6th, so that was a really special thing. And that I remember that was the time where I got that music box, that one that I featured in one of those videos where I destroyed one of them. Yeah, that one. So that one was a gift for December 6th. But besides that, I usually just get candy and chocolate and just a bunch of things, even though they may not even be candy or chocolate. It's just food, usually. Food, or maybe coffee. And of course, it's not just for me, it's just for the family itself. And I'm really excited. I mean, I have a lot of things to do before the Christmas time, but once it comes, I'm going to be excited because I'm really excited to play the Simon Air and have fun with a new game finally, and post videos on TMI again. As for anyone again who doesn't follow Test Mode Insiders' channel, do subscribe to it because I'm a part of it and I wish to make y'all happy by playing electronic games. So this is probably one of the only times that I'm going to be posting an electronic game video on this channel, and everything else will be on TMI. So if you haven't subscribed to us, do so, please. It helps a lot. And of course, if you want to talk to us through TMI, you have the option of email, testmodeinsiders, all one word, @gmail.com. And you have the Skype account, again, Test Mode Insiders. And, of course, YouTube comments as well, but we usually don't answer to those very much. I'm surprised that I'm holding up this well. What else? I have a few plans for electronic game stuff that I may really have to think about new things to do. Of course, for anyone who hasn't been following my electronic game past, challenges are a thing that I just love doing, and they are probably going to be a thing that I'm probably going to make a challenge for the Simon Air a few months after I get it, just like I did with the refresh. And I'm not sure if I posted that video on TMI, but I might as well just mention this. Basically, by the time I got my Extreme 2, I started making challenges, and it was really fun, to say the least. Because the fact that I could do this and get, like, scores and stuff, I didn't record them or anything. Oh, wait. Wow. I can't believe that just happened. Well, better keep going. Well, anyway. What else? Oh, yeah. Every game basically has its own challenge. Every type of game. Since I got the Bop and Beats, I talked about getting challenges done. I mean, I know I did the first Bop and Bud challenge video on, when was it? Yeah, it must have been after I got the swipe, because it just had to be. And, I remember playing the Bop and X team, trying to get over 18 or so on the Bop and Bud challenge. It was fun. And then when I got 32 I was like, oh my freaking god. And then I made all these other challenges up. But after that, almost every single game after that had its own challenge. Like, the Beats had DJ in its own, which was a challenge in its own. The Simon Swipe had the Extreme Challenge and a few other things. The New Jam had the Twist Challenge, which I originally made for the New Jam itself. The Groove had the Groove Advanced and Basic Challenge. And now the Refresh has this Teams and Balance Challenge, which is pretty new. And now for the Air, I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but it's going to be... I may have to do the same thing I may have done with the swipe. I don't know if there's anything I can do, but I guess I'll just discover all the ins and outs and stuff. It's gonna be fun. And again, for anyone who doesn't know about challenges and wants to try them out, be sure to comment on this video or just contact Test Mode Insiders for any information on challenges or literally just anything. I've ran out of things to talk about. That's all I can think about for now. So I might as well just continue playing this game and try to talk at the same time, because, oh yeah, that's another thing. Talking and playing at the same time just feels like a thing I've been born to do. I mean, playing audio games and talking at the same time is kind of hard because there's a lot of things to do, but if you just do this, use one of your hands to do certain things while talking, and of course listening to the game itself while talking at the same time, is really cool to do. And
Ready for more?
No, I don't think so.
You're a Groove Grandmaster.
Yay!
Expert score 300.
I wish I would have gotten more than 300, but that's all you can get. So I did max out 300 on Groove Expert, and I don't remember getting any more. I remember getting 275 on Basic, and somewhere over 200 something on Advanced, but I didn't care about the rest. I really didn't. So I think that's all I have to cover for this video. I'm really excited for all the electronic game videos and stuff on TMI. As I already said, my own channel is probably going to go even more downhill, but I'm going to hope that I'll receive as many views as I usually do. And I don't care about them, by the way. I mean, I care about the fact that people actually know what they're listening to, or watching in this case, and the fact that I get feedback. I care about that more than I care about views and subscribers and stuff. So I do appreciate everything. It's just comments are the best thing in terms of communicating with my own channel. Of course, for TMI, we already have our own means of contact and stuff, so really it's not that bad. In fact, it's way better because, you know, TMI Skype has a lot of followers and we talk about a lot of electronic game stuff. And I think that was all the things I had to talk about for electronic game things, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that the next videos on TMI, at least for me, are going to be about the Simon Air, and I'm going to start making them as soon as December 24th night or December 25th. Who knows? So, with that, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because I'm probably not going to post anything on this channel after that. I mean, until that comes, so yeah, I better actually say that. And hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh wait, no. Really? www.testmodeinsiders.co.uk/WP. Seriously? Come on.